Good God Wednesday morning. It is Wednesday, Worth It Wednesday. How are you doing? Thank you for liking, tagging, and sharing. I am none other than your host, your G.P.S. God's personal servant. That is me, Marnisha MT. What's going on, y'all? Let's get right into this Worth It Wednesday. So we manifest what we think. We manifest what we feel. We manifest and bring to light our fears, our struggles, our worries, our doubt. These are some of the things that we kind of live by and hate dealing with, but it's it's what we think about. It's what's on our mind. It's what we manifest. It's what we make things happen. What makes things happen sometimes. It's the little things where I have a quick thought about, oh, okay, I want to do that. And then let it go. And that happens. It'd be the good stuff that I kind of have. It don't. It just let it go and let um just live and rest in that moment. I feel it. It's good. It's a good feeling. I have that good vibration, and the next thing you know, it's coming my way. Then it's things that we mostly live by, and that's most guilt and that's shame and that's payback. That's karma. That's whatever it may be in your thought process. And we're saying with our lips that we're great, we're successful, but we don't believe it in our heart. Our heart is somewhere totally different. Oh, I know I can get that job. Now, girl, you know you ain't gonna get it. Man, I know I'm gonna have a healthy relationship. Oh, you know you gonna it's gonna be payback around the door. Oh, I know that um I'm gonna have this money, but you're gonna waste it. So it's all these things that we have counter thoughts that limits us, stop us, hinder us from living a successful, fulfilled life in the life that we was crafted and created to do. They say we can create our own world. We can. And we think it's going to take a lot of work. We think it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of labor. Let me tell you, it's really going to take a change of mind. It's really going to take a thought process, mental change. It's really going to take those things to kind of have you think differently. And it's hard for us sometimes to think differently because we're going off of the scope of what we see. And when we go off of what we see, we never can really fulfill the things of what we desire or really want in our life because we're counterattacking it with negativity. We're kind of attacking it with doubt. We're kind of attacking it with, oh, well, I must have did something wrong. So this is why I'm living like this. Or I must have said something wrong. I must have, somebody must have put a curse on me or all this other stuff instead of receiving that feeling, that moment, that high vibration and embracing it. And then you like, you know what? Bam, that's me. I'm the bomb. Yes, I made mistakes. Yes, I fumbled the ball. Yes, I could have did something wrong. All this other stuff. But we are holding ourselves captive to the life of struggle that we don't like. When we say that we are believing in God and we believe that He made us, and we don't understand even the craftiness of how He created humans, right? So we know it's beyond our thoughts. We know it's beyond our concepts, sometimes of our natural mind. And but when we begin to think and try to operate in our ego and feel like all of this is going to be the production because I worked so hard at it, because I gave my last, because I surrendered my life to this person, and I every time they called me, I was there. We think that's gonna move mountains. That's not. What's going to move the mountains is when you start really seeing yourself in the image that you was created in, fearfully and wonderfully. When we start seeing ourselves in the likeness. Good morning, Apostle. Um, um, in the likeness of who God created us for real, and stop being always negative and stop thinking something we're doing everything wrong. Yes, we do some stuff wrong. Yes, we ain't gonna be perfect, but when we come to the place to say, you know, I did that wrong, but only because that was something wrong I did, or a mistake I did, or something happened, it does not mean that you need to live in defeat and struggle because you made a decision that was your heart's desire. We make decisions sometimes and we feel bad for the decisions that we made because sometimes we think we're hurting other people. And so we don't even get to the place to really live out our true self because we're worried about what somebody's going to feel if we choose to do. If I choose to walk away from this job, well, they gonna miss me. They gonna need me. I do a lot of stuff. Yes, you do a lot of stuff, but guarantee, baby, once you walk out that door, it's gonna take a couple. They feel that they miss you, but that position is gonna be so um refilled quick, and you're gonna be like, "What?" We can give our children all that we have, that we put ourselves. And when we get older, we start sacrificing more and more and more of our heart's desires. Well, I can't go to school because Tim now is 17 years old, and I want to go back to school, but he still need his mama. He's 17. Get back in school. Get your GED. Get your associates. Get your bachelor's. But we come and we make excuses sometimes because we really feel that we're not worth it. Or we look at the thing and say this is going to be so hard to accomplish. And so we end up messing up and defeating ourselves because we think it's going to be so hard to accomplish. And the truth of the matter is your heart's desire, but you won't live out your heart's desire because you're concerned about how it will affect the rest of your life. And it would be the best thing to lighten and brighten up your life. When we start making decisions and doing the things that we want, we're going to live in the place of peace, a place of receiving all the time, a place of, man, I like this. It ain't always gonna be good, but I like this. I may have some rough days, but this is what my heart desire is. If you're really being true to thy own self, be true. If you're really living and being who you are and doing the things that you desire, it may not line up to everybody else. And if they want to leave your life because you choose to go and start your own business, guess what? That meaning they're not meant to go with you in the next season of your life. And it's not your fault because you deem to live your life in a place of what makes you happy. It's nothing wrong to go after the things that you really want. It's nothing wrong. Sometimes we make decisions and we say, oh my God, I got out of this relationship and they really didn't do nothing wrong. And I'm talking about myself. It was an example. I got out of a relationship and I felt bad. I was feeling bad because how things happened. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just really hurt somebody else. And I didn't want to be a heartbreaker and I didn't want to do all this other stuff. And so then the next thing I got into, I was my thoughts, I kept having this guilt, I kept having this worry, I kept having this, you know, all this stuff in my mind. I was thinking everything is gonna happen to me bad because I could not really forgive myself of hurting somebody else. But guess what? I needed to do what I needed to do for me. And I felt like every relationship after that was going to be a terrible one because I hurt somebody else. And so then when I started realizing and going through my healing process and was like, I needed that for me. And was being real with myself in my heart, was being real with myself and knowing that they're a good person, but they may not be my person. And so the next thing I was living and I was damaging other relationships. I was damaging other relationships. I stayed in stuff and around something that was more damaging to me because I felt like this is what I deserve. I felt like this is what my worth is because I hurt somebody else. No, that's not the case. Now I made the bad decision to get with someone that I seen already. That's a no. But then when I start forgiving myself and start changing my thought process and stop living in a place of condemnation and start living in a place of say, I know what I want. I'm gonna do what I want. And I know I'm not, my heart is not there to hurt nobody. And when I start walking in freedom, y'all, with myself and changing my mindset according to my thoughts and to according to what I see God said about me. I had a season where it was like, boom, it hurt it. I had dust myself off, get myself together, and then start walking in trueness, start walking in wholeness. And I start manifesting the things I wanted. I started getting the desires of my heart. Like I got a belt. I stopped living under guilt. I stopped living under shame. I stopped living under doubt. I'm like, yo, this is, we get to this place. Oh, it's my year. It's my season. Listen, I made it my year, my season. I made it my year, my season. I forgave everything. I forgave myself. Um, some things even still try to come up, and I'd be like, oh, well, I planted this seed, but guess what? We can plant some. We can. This is the thing. We can plant some seeds, but everything that's planted can be rooted up. It can be dug back up. So the negativity and the things that we plant, we can dig it back up. But what we end up doing is watering with our negative words. We end up watering it with our negative thoughts. And how do this tie into Worth It Wednesday? Because you can manifest and have everything that you desire when you change your mindset about who you are and quit thinking that everything in your life is a struggle, because you are really manifesting that struggle because you keep watering it by the things that you say. You keep watering it by the thoughts that you have. You keep watering it by the worry that's attached to that thing. You can have a great relationship. You can have somebody in your life that love you. They may not be perfect, but they want to be with you. They want to learn. They want to walk things out. They want to embrace who you are. They want to do all this other stuff. But then if you feel that you don't deserve it, if you feel that it's going to go wrong, if you feel that it ain't going to work out, guess what? It's not going to do it, because your thoughts and your feelings and you have attached it to that, and you watering that. Once I literally started watering myself in the relationship that I want, I ended up connecting with a beautiful woman who I know that she was only designed for me. And it was in all the things that I longed for, secretly, silently in my heart. She came with it. She came with it. And so I manifested and I thought and I believed about myself and started saying, I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to do what I want. I don't care if it's hurting. I care if it hurt other people's feelings, but I don't care that it may hurt other people's feelings, because I was so conditioned and used to allowing my thought of how I hurt other people keep me in a place of bondage. I wouldn't make certain moves to make more money because I was worried about how somebody else would feel if I couldn't do certain things. I ended up not getting the things that I desire when I had money to purchase certain things, because I didn't want nobody to feel like I thought I was the stuff because I bought me a pair of shoes. If that's what my mindset was, that I was defeating myself because of the thoughts. I held myself up because, oh, I'm worried about if I walk in God's vision that God gave me, my dreams, my heart's desires, somebody gonna think I'm trying to outdo them. So guess what? I didn't do anything. I prolonged it. But when you are in the place and the mindset and freeing yourself that I know that I'm worth everything I see, I'm worth everything I desire, I'm worth all the love that I give, I'm worth it. And I changed my mindset, and changing my mindset ended up bringing me warm feelings. And then when we have our warm feeling, I embrace that vibration. I end up walking in that thing. When I change my thought about myself, I walk in a different path to produce a different thing. So we have the power to create our own life. Because if you know that you're worth it, deal with the secret thoughts. You can say with your mouth, right? But your heart is afar off. Deal with your heart matters. To say, why do I feel like that? Why do I think like that? What am I trying to fulfill? Why am I trying to please people? Is it that you deal with rejection? Is abandonment leading your life? Is heartache leading your life? You feeling that you're not worthy or good enough? Is that leading your life? So those are the things that you have to deal with and condition yourself. Condition means put in some work. Condition means change your thoughts. Condition means affirm yourself every day. Condition means think of yourself great and feel it and believe it and let that, just don't say it, man. It's not based on what other people do and say and feel about you. It's what you think and feel and believe about yourself. And you are worth your heart's desire on this wonderful Wednesday. Thank you for joining your GPS this morning. Like, tag, and share. Say an encouraging word to somebody else. Check on someone, love on someone, and most of all, grace yourself in this journey. All right, I love you. I am out.